Hello, everyone. I'm Cathy with Courage to Caregivers. Today, we are revisiting our theme of self discovery, and it is recap week. So, we're going to be going over some of the highlights that we learned over the last month, some of the practices that we employed, and some of the topics. And so, we have explored many things this month, including finding joy, identifying your strengths, and self compassion. We know that finding joy in our lives is essential to our well being. Joy has one of the highest vibrations. It is nearly as high as gratitude and love. Science reveals that feelings of joy promote healing on all levels physically, emotionally, spiritually, and cognitively. And some scientists believe that feelings of joy actually repair DNA. But how easy is it to find joy when we're stressed and overburdened? As a caregiver, we might view our quest for joy as being selfish or even irrelevant. What if we reframed that thinking and decided to invite in joy as an antidote to our stress? Starting with little micro joys each day might be a good place to begin. For example, a walk in the woods, laughing and spending time with friends, or putting some music on and having your own little dance party might be some ways to begin. And so, starting small, you can then begin to see what big benefits arise and try it out. You never know what might work best for you. We also explored identifying your strengths, engaging the witness or the observing mind to bring awareness to areas where we are strong. And so much of what we do in a breathing meditation practice is engaging that observing mind. So we are constantly honing our skill of finding awareness with each and every time we meet and taking these practices into every day of the week. We might not be aware of our strengths right away. That might take some time to locate them and identify them. And so, to help us along this path, we might ask ourselves these questions. What are some things I'm good at? What are three challenges I've overcome? And what are three ways I've helped others? So, these are just some simple ideas to begin to unveil how strong you truly are. And when you begin to realize this, then you can start to celebrate those strengths. When you do, you build self esteem day by day. And we know that when we serve ourselves first, we can better serve others. So being strong in this way is a good thing. And this brings us to our last topic of the month, self compassion. Can you learn to look at yourself with the same loving eyes with which others look at you? Realizing that you are strong and joyful and loving and generous hearted is the first step. And realizing that you are worthy of living a life that is full and interesting and positive, even in spite of difficult times. It's wonderful when you know you can look at your life as something that is growing and blossoming and transforming you into your true embodied spirit. And having a little self compassion for yourself along the way is one of the ways that we're able to journey into that. Self discovery is indeed a lifelong process. So let the exploration begin. You are worth it. So that's just a little bit of a review. And now we're going to go ahead and get started with a little bit of breathing and meditation. So I invite you to get nice and comfortable in your chair there, placing your spine against the back of the chair and your feet flat on the floor. Placing your hands on your thighs or on the knees, and then taking the shoulders up to the ears and let them softly settle back down so that you're not holding any tension there. Finding a little lift to the crown of the head, and so you're nice and aligned here. And I invite you to either close the eyes or leave them softly cast down in front of you. as you begin to breathe in and out of the nose, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the rhythm of your own unique breath as it comes and goes in and out of the nose. Good. And then just noticing some subtleties of the breath. For example, noticing the temperature of the breath as it enters the nose. And then noticing the temperature as it exits the nose. So when the breath comes in, is it perhaps a bit cooler than when you exhale? So just noticing that. And then bringing your awareness to any sensations in the body, any areas of holding, any areas where the breath does not flow freely. You might feel like you're holding the breath, or the breath is a bit stilted or uneven. And if that's the case, just intentionally bring your awareness there and try to smooth out the breath. So a full inhale and a nice full exhale. And then awareness of any areas in the body where there is discomfort or tension, you can send the breath to those areas. Just if your shoulder is bothering you, send the breath into the shoulder. So I invite you to bring your awareness to those areas now. Good. And another area of awareness is when you inhale, to think of that act of inhaling as receiving. And think of the act of exhaling as letting go. So this ebbing and flowing of the breath, just like a wave, the waves come into the shore and they go back out to sea. It's that same ebb and flow of the breath. Inhaling to receive, exhaling to let it go. And then we also bring our attention to this feeling of expansion and contraction. As we breathe in, we feel everything expand. The lungs expand, the chest rises, the ribs rise, and the belly presses out away from the body. On the exhale, the belly contracts back toward the spine, the ribs fall, the chest falls, and the breath cycles back out of the nose. So this breath awareness is called 3-part breath. Sometimes it's easier to experience this if you have one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. So we're going to do that now, breathing in through the nose. Chest rises, ribs rise, collarbones rise, and the belly expands away from the body and into your hand. On the exhale, the belly contracts back toward the spine, the ribs fall, the chest falls, and the breath comes back out of the nose. So inhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Exhaling, belly, ribs, and chest. So just continue to breathe in this manner, allowing for fully oxygenated, supportive breath through this motion of the breath in the body. And as you breathe, I will read our affirmations for our practice today. Affirmations are positive intentions, and when we say them to ourselves over and over again, they begin to become part of us. I will be gentle with myself. I focus on my strengths and do more of what I'm really good at doing. In the garden of my life, I cultivate joy. Not a day goes by when I'm not dreaming and discovering something about myself. Not a day goes by when I'm not dreaming and discovering something about myself. Good. So just continuing to breathe here, letting that breath cycle through in 3 parts. Excuse me. And feeling how each breath supports and nourishes all the cells in your body. And with each breath, also brings the body and mind into alignment and brings us further and further into a state of relaxation, which is exactly where we want to be. A couple more breaths here. Good. I invite you to blink open the eyes gently and come back to the present moment. We'll begin a little movement here. A little bit of mindful movement is part of our breathing and meditation practice. And so we're reviewing some of the things that we learned over the past month. So we'll begin by just sitting in mountain pose. So we're in a seated mountain here. Check your spine again, making sure you're nice and tall and elongated, that your feet are firmly planted on the floor. We're going to bring the arms down at our sides with the palms facing forward. So just sitting in Tadasana or mountain pose. And from here, we're going to get just curious about what it is that our body needs right now. What kind of movement do we need? And this is a good thing to ask yourself each day. What is my body needing? How does my body want to move? Do I want to move energetically, or do I want to move slowly and deliberately and intentionally? Be curious. The body will tell you what it wants if you just give it a chance. And you might also ask yourself how you're doing in the present moment. What does my body need? Besides movement, am I thirsty? Do I need hydration? Do I need rest? Do I need nourishment, food? So these are all things that we can ask ourselves each and every day. Once again, honing that skill of awareness. So here, as we're seated in our mountain pose, we're going to bring the hands back to the thighs or the knees and begin the 6 directions of the spine. It is necessary to move in 6 directions every day. This keeps the spine fluid and lubricated and supple. So pressing into the knees or the thighs, we're going to press those hands away from us as we gently lift the gaze, arch the back, and come into our cow pose here. And we inhale. On the exhale, we round the spine, tuck the chin, and draw the hands back toward the body. Good. On the inhale, lifting the gaze, arching the back. On the exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. So I invite you to find this flexion and extension of the spine on your own. Good. Just deliberate, slow, gentle movement. Beautiful. And then I invite you to come back to a neutral position. We will begin the next direction of the spine. This is lateral movement of the spine. That means moving from side to side. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to inhale, lifting the right arm overhead. Lengthen through the fingertips, and exhale, we bend to the left side. Good. Beautiful. Feel that expansion in the right side body. Inhale back to center. And then inhale that left arm up, reaching through the fingertips, bending to the right as we exhale. Good. Returning to center. I invite you to take this movement on your own to the pace of your own breath as you move side to side. Good. lateral movement of the spine. Beautiful. And then bring both hands down. The last movements of the spine are twisting or torsion. So we're going to start by lifting the arms overhead, pressing the palms together, exhaling hands to the heart. As the hands come down, we'll take the left hand to the right knee. Again, check your spine so it's nice and tall. Inhaling here as we do that. And then exhaling as we move to the right. We're going to bend over the right shoulder, just twisting from the waist, so torso twists. You could bring your right arm to the back of the chair and just lengthen through the crown of the head as you explore the breath in this posture. Good. And then coming back to center, we'll do the same thing on the other side, taking right hand to left knee. Inhale through the crown of the head. Exhale as we twist the torso to the left side. Take your gaze over the left shoulder and breathe. Good. And then coming back to the center. Beautiful. We'll try that again, once on each side. Left hand comes to right knee. Right hand comes behind to the chair. Lift, lengthen, twist to the right. Moving back through center. Right hand comes to left knee. Lengthen and twist to the left. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Great. That was the spinal exercises. Now we're going to begin just a few little head and neck stretches. So just dropping the chin down to the chest. Just take a moment to feel the vertebrae in between the neck. Just feel those expand. And then let's take our head in a circle, looking up and around and side to side. If your neck is a little tender or uncomfortable, just make those circles a wee bit smaller and breathe into those tight places. But of course, never forcing to go beyond your range of motion. And everyone's range of motion is a little different. Let's take the head in the opposite direction, circling and allowing for that same feeling of expansion and contraction that we practiced earlier with the breath. Good. Bringing the head back to center. We'll take the fingers of the right hand to the left ear, taking a nice inhale here, and then exhale as we tip the head over to the right side. Good. Just opening up the whole left side of the neck here, creating some space and some expansion. Beautiful. Good. And then releasing the fingers. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Left fingers come to the right ear. Take an inhale here, and then an exhale as we move to the left. Good. Expanding right side of the neck. Let's take this one more time on each side, just this gentle isometric movement. Good. Very good. And then bringing the head to neutral, we'll just take the gaze from side to side. So just rotating to look over the right shoulder, inhaling through center, exhaling as we move to the left shoulder. You can make these movements very deliberate and slow. Good. Beautiful, everyone. Great. Good job. Now we'll begin Eagle Arms. I love this one because we talked about self-compassion this month. And so, what is more compassionate than a hug? We give hugs to others all day long. How about giving a hug to ourselves? Let's take opposite hands to opposite shoulders and give yourself a great big hug, just appreciating who you are and all you do for others. Good. And so from here, we're going to bring the arms out in front of us with the palms facing up, crossing at the elbows. And you can stay here with the hands, actually stay here with the hands on the shoulders if your shoulders are cranky, or you could work to bring the palms together in front of the face, maybe lifting up a little higher if that's comfortable for you. And just breathing, this opens up the shoulders, the back of the neck, expands the space between the shoulder blades. So this is a very intense stretch for the shoulders. Again, if you'd like to stay right here in that compassionate hug, you can luxuriate there for our time and just breathe in and out of this stretch. Good. Let's release the hands. We're going to bring them into the back plane of the body. So as if you could soar like an eagle here, just stretching out the arms. Good. Soaring like an eagle. And then returning the hands to the front plane of the body. We're going to give ourselves another hug again. And your choice is to stay here or continue the eagle arms, bringing the arms out, crossing at the elbows. This time, whatever arm was underneath previously, we're going to do the opposite. So we'll, again, cross at the elbows, bring the palms of the hand together, and breathe into eagle arms. Beautiful. And then releasing the hands, bringing the arms once again into the back plane of the body, soaring eagle. Good. Good job, everyone. And releasing the hands, bringing the hands back into the front plane of the body at the heart. We'll do one more movement tonight, a little chair twist. So sitting in the chair here, feet flat on the floor. We're going to inhale through the center and then twist to the side. So we'll take that left elbow and bring it to the right knee, twisting all the way to the right, breathing into this little twist, this torsion of the spine. And when we just twist in a chair pose, we are actually bringing us into a more of an intense stretch. Good. Coming back to the center, rising up in the chair. Once again, inhaling here. And then exhale, bringing right elbow to the left knee and twist. And inhaling back through the center. Beautiful, everyone. Let's do one more little thing before we go into our deep rest. Our breath of joy. And we're going to do that seated. So breath of joy is a wonderful, energetic way to receive the breath and let go. And it looks something like this. We inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing the arms out to the side. Sorry, that was wrong. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to the side. Inhale up to the top. Exhale with a ha, letting the head come down and the arms come down. So once again, inhale, ha, 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 ha. Slowly bring the spine back up to seated. Placing your hands on your lap and just feeling the vibration of that breathing practice in the body. Good. Breath of joy, something you can do every day at home as well. Well, it's time for our deep rest. So I invite you to find your comforts for this evening. If you'd like to bring a pillow for under your head, or maybe a little throw or comforter or blanket to place over your body when you rest, go ahead and grab that now. If you're inclined to lower the lights when you rest, you can do that. If you're sitting in a chair, just making sure that you're nice and cozy in the chair, that you're not leaning from one side to the other, that you're really well supported on all sides of the chair. And if you're lying on the floor, lengthening out the body, taking a moment to snuggle the shoulder blades underneath you. Good. And then arms can be alongside you, or palms facing up or palms facing down, or even resting the hands on the low belly, whatever feels most supportive for you. So we're going to go into a good old-fashioned yoga nidra tonight. This is an ancient practice of deep rest where we bring awareness to each part of the body and go from part to part. And every time you bring your attention there, we're breathing in some relaxation to that particular area of the body. When we finally finished from head to toe, your entire body will be relaxed and you will rest in silence. So, checking in with the breath, we want to close the eyes and start to connect with that breath, breathing in and out of the nose, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Let the body soften. Feel the body in contact with the floor or with your chair. Feeling the container of your body as you begin to rest. And bringing your awareness to the crown of the head. Beginning to soften all the muscles in the face, the forehead, the cheeks, the temples, the jaw. Let all the tension go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then working your way down the front of the body into the throat, feeling the throat open and slightly expand. And then moving your awareness to the right shoulder, right upper arm, the elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, back of the hand, palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the right hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, so that from the fingers of the right hand all the way up to the right shoulder, your whole right arm is relaxed. Good. Moving down the right side of the body to the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and the right hip, the right thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. So that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to the right hip, your whole right leg is relaxed. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Good. And moving now to the left side of the body, the left shoulder, the upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand, the back of the hand and the palm of the hand, and all of the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to the left shoulder, your whole left arm is relaxed. Moving down the left side of the body, the armpit, ribs, the waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, the top of the foot, and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the left foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip, your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole left side is completely and totally relaxed. Breathe into that sensation of relaxation and ease. Moving now to the back body and all parts of the body that have contact with your chair or the floor. The back of the legs, the buttocks, the low back, middle back, upper back, and shoulder blades. The back of the head. The whole back body is relaxed. The whole back body is completely and totally relaxed. And now for the front body and all parts of the body that shine towards a star-filled sky. The front of the legs, the pelvis and the hips, the low belly, the upper belly, the chest, the ribs, and the heart. Your heart, your generous, caregiving heart. Take a moment of self-compassion for your generous heart. Your whole front body is relaxed. Your whole body is completely and totally relaxed. Rest now. Rest now. Just rest. Very gently and with great care, begin to bring your awareness back to the body, starting to move in small ways, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rocking your head a little bit from side to side, or taking a full body stretch on the floor or in your chair. Whatever your body needs, take a moment to give your body that gift right now. And while doing so, begin to deepen the breath as you return to the present moment. I invite you to roll to one side, making a little pillow for your head there, and rest and breathe while I read a closing quotation by Carl Jung. And he says, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Good. And just taking your time to come back into a seated posture, placing the hands at the heart, taking a couple of breaths here, just taking a moment to integrate your practice today. A little bit of breathing, a little bit of mindful movement, a little bit of meditation, and of course, deep, supportive rest. All these things bring your practice into alignment. It was such a joy to be with you today, and I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Let's release the hands, bringing the arms up overhead, and then bowing to one another in a sign of mutual respect and admiration. And we say our closing word, Namaste. Thank you all. See you again soon.